Hey everybody, Brandon Railway here. Gonna do a double review for you today. First off is the 260 by Bachmann with DCC and sound, number 94.99. That's just in Topeka and Santa Fe. This is to go with my set of Santa Fe passenger cars. I only have 4 cars on it because I think it looks better with only 4 cars. 6 just looks, plus it struggles. Got your AT and SF on the cab. Prototypical, the numbers are on the tender. Tender light works. Nice coal load. Separately applied handrails here. Non-movable bell. The other ones, they are movable, I think. Numbers on the sand dome and the light builder's plate. And I can see my uncle, who I'm buying this from, added some weight here because he was having trouble keeping the front truck on the track on his crossovers. Runs just fine here, but I don't have any track or any crossovers or anything, so seems to run just fine. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and give it a good start up. Now I'm running this on DC because I don't feel like trying to plug in my DCC system to track 2. And we'll go ahead and stop it and bring it back. And then bring it back up. Does have numbers on the front of the boiler, and it does have numbers on the back of the tender as well. So it is a nice engine with the sound value decoder. That way it is a affordable locomotive and everything. That way it's not one of those like Athearn Genesis. They are very expensive, or Broadway Limited. Those engines are just, I don't want to say unreasonably priced, but Bachmann is a good introduction to sound. I don't really like the sound that much, but hey, they're a nice, reasonably priced engine. Now for the second engine I will be reviewing. It's the last of the 4 that I had ordered. I have to creep the train in here because I'm trying to watch the back part of my consist, but I can hear something derailed, which makes me mad because it seems like every time I turn around, I just get this train running good, take it off the track, put it back on, nothing's changed, and issues again. It's probably the weather. But anyhow, go ahead and move this engine forward. And as you can see, it is the Norfolk Southern 911 engine by Athearn Genesis. Honoring the first responders. Start, unlike most people, I'll start at the back. Some nice detail with the handrails, warning markers and stuff on there. On the back, the only thing I have against this engine is when it came in, the number board on the engineer's side was starting to peel off. Don't know why, probably the heat, but there's that. You can see that it's got a green coupler on it because I replaced the McHenry couplers with KDs because I hate McHenry couplers. Working back ditch lights with warning labels below them on the ditch light housing. Backlight works, the number boards do light up. And slide around to the side here. warning labels, the Norfolk Southern label, the honoring the first responders decals with more warning labels. And I have weathered the grills. Got the police, fire, and EMS logos. Something that is hard to see on the others, there's the E-bell, which is actually painted on this. The others, it is just black. And then you got your emergency fuel shutoff, fuel gauges. There's another, or no, that's the fuel cap. There's the emergency fuel shutoff switch right there. You got the Transcare logo, the American flag, 9-1-1, SD60E, another little logo there. More warning labels down here and here. Nice truck detail. Another thing I noticed when I first got this today, this was broken, and on the other side it was completely broken off. I fixed it with just a little bit of super glue. It looks like it's pretty hard to tell. It looks pretty level to me, but it's probably not. This was broke off here, and when I went to glue it, it broke off here as well, so I had to try to glue it back on as best as I could. I know I got it actually a little too close to those grills, but when it's moving, it's hardly noticeable. Go ahead and look at the front of the engine here. More nice detail, lit number boards, headlight, PTC array up top, ditch lights that work. Yet again, like I said, I replaced the coupler with a KD number 5, I believe, which is just what I had in stock, I guess, or whatever. Got sand filler hatches on the nose with grab irons here. The door without a window. I'm not sure whether the veterans unit and the go rail are the same or not. They should be, because they're all SD60Es. Like I said, fully functioning ditch lights, nice anti-climber detail, coupler cut levers, MU hoses that are snuck in behind there, windshield wipers, a nice detailed cab interior. Kind of hard to see with this angle and the lighting that I have and everything, but anyhow, we'll give a quick run by of as many cars as I can get to go by the camera. And then, like I said, I'm almost certain this train's going to come off the track, or I should say the consist is going to come off the track. And I'm going to work on putting together a different, either mixed freight or something that I can get to run really good behind these 3 engines, because I just don't feel like messing with the custom cars train right now, and I haven't gotten anything new to show off with that train or with that consist, so there's really no need to, well, not that there's no need to run it, but there's just no need to keep putting it on camera right now when I have other cars and stuff to show off. So anyhow, go ahead and, oh, wrong controller. Grabbed the regular controller when I needed the handheld one. We'll go ahead and get it moving forward again. There's 6920 and go rail. I know I've had a little bit of track work to work on. In fact, my car there is derailed. Pick her up, put her back on the track, and get the train moving again. I did tape it, most stuff, or some stuff down, And I think that's where I was having issues. Now that I've got the tape issue resolved, I shouldn't have any future issues. Had another car behind me that was derailed that I had to fix. Didn't notice it when it came on camera. You probably did. Or at least I hope you didn't. I hear I got a tanker. I can see it wobbling real bad. That's... Heck, I don't think any of it's actually on the rail. So we'll get it on there. Yeah, I guess the front truck was okay. And then that tanker's derailed. Gee, guess I might be taking a drug test. And that one's derailed. Trying to make sure nothing else is derailed so I can finish running this train past you guys. Keep this video from being too god-awfully long. Well, there's a coil car that's derailed. As you can see, these 3 engines are pulling this train fairly easily. Ooh, I don't hear anything else derailed. So like I said, this train's pulling this fairly easily. This will be about the biggest of a train that I run, at least here, for the main reason of I really don't have anywhere to park a train that's any bigger than this. So what I'll do is, come on, there we go. I will end the video at that. As you can see, I think it was 40 cars, 41 cars, something like that. I can run bigger, but I just have nowhere to park them, and I don't really want to be putting that many cars on and off the track all the time. So my plan is that I'm going to definitely put a siding here, and I am definitely putting a siding in the bedroom. That way I can park 2 trains. I can park my mixed freight or custom cars train out here, because the siding out here would be a little bit bigger, or the possibility of making it much bigger. I could probably get away with a 50 car train out here that I could park, and in the bedroom 40 cars behind 3 engines is about all I could park in there. Maybe 45 if I tried to push it, but I just really wouldn't be able to go much bigger in there without getting into having something parked in the way of like the bathroom door or the bedroom door or whatever. So at least out here there's no doorways except to get out of the apartment, and the siding is nowhere near that. So there's the review. My opinion on the Bachmann 260, I give it a 4 out of 5, just because like I said, I don't like the sound that much. But it's a budget-friendly locomotive, which is nice for people that are on a budget or fixed income. And as for the 911 engine by Athearn Genesis, I give that a 5 out of 5. But I do take a couple points away. I don't take it away from Athearn. Take it away from modeltrainstuff.com, where I bought it, because the fact that it was broken and all they could do was a refund, and they don't do repairs for free, and it's not something that I damaged. So I felt like they should have fixed it. They did offer to give me the number for Athearn to be able to call them and get replacement parts, but I would have had to have done more drilling and stuff to the locomotive to be able to get the parts to fit. And I didn't want to do that much to it. I wanted to just be able to put the original parts back on it to where it wouldn't require more destruction of the locomotive or the locomotive shell to be able to make things work right. and then you still would have had to have used glue to get the pieces to fit. So I believe I'd take a point away from modeltrainstuff.com for that one. But it might not have been their fault. It might have been that it was damaged in shipping or whatever. And because it came through UPS and the regular mail service, I understand it would be pretty hard to figure out where it got damaged and who would be liable for the repairs or whatever. So